There's nothing worse than knowing you could have done more. In a championship that was way closer than anyone expected, it was the small things that made the big difference in the end. So with Lando perilously chasing down Max for the first championship, these are the moments that we can now place blame as the moments that may have caused McLaren and Norris to miss out on that coveted first championship. Nothing sets you up for success more than a good start. And wow, do McLaren seem to be allergic to these. After the conclusion of the 2023 season, which might I say was one of the worst starts ever for McLaren, the Papaya team were looking to write a new chapter in their history and really challenge the competition, like they were able to do post Austrian and British Grand Prix. And well, it was really anything but that, with Max dominating the early stages of the year until the Australian Grand Prix, where the Dutchman had a brake issue which caused his tyres and brakes to go up in flames. For those saying that Lando should be leading the championship right now with the better car, you have to remember the car Verstappen was able to indulge in at the beginning of the 2024 season. He won the first race by over 24 seconds, with 5 race wins out of the first 7 races. 5 race wins. That doesn't just magically happen. They were seriously good at the beginning of the year, so they do in fact deserve to lead at least one championship. But back to McLaren, it wasn't until Miami, where they took their first race win, that we started to expect more from them. More results of which were not being given to us. This is where the whole Lando should be leading he's in the best car story came to fruition. He fell gut-wrenchingly close in Imola to the win, being denied by Max by a gap never before seen in modern F1 of 0.7 of a second. I recommend you to look on the F1 page after this video and click on the 2024 schedule, where you can see the amount of times McLaren has placed second, dreadfully failing to convert. In short, they finished second 9 times during the European calendar, well, including China. 9 times amounts to 63 points lost. Of course, you have to take into mind races like Monaco, where the clear best was not McLaren on the day. In those cases, they maximized what they could have taken. What really pains me, at least as a neutral fan, is seeing races like Italy, Monza, and Belgium, where they were beaten by a lucky blow on the strategy side. But you cannot have sympathy with the papaya outfit on this one. You know what they say, fool me one time, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. You seriously have to learn from the mistakes, especially since costly ones like Italy, where Max was down and out of the race in P8 at one point.
Just hurts, really. Drove a very good race. The 2-stop seemed like the best strategy at the time. The graining through the rest of the weekend was very tough, and as soon as we got it, it was very, very difficult to manage. I started getting graining on the first hard, and I felt like we would have enough pace difference on a new set of tyres to go and attack. Just a few laps too short.
Yeah, pretty crappy day from my side. But I still drove the best I could. Obviously, just didn't. Some bits not good enough. So yeah, I'm trying to make up for just being not good enough in other parts of the racing. Trying to get fastest lap and stuff like that. 1 point's great, but being second or first is a lot easier to get points. So yeah, some things to clearly work on.
This is the reason why I titled this video "Why McLaren Underperformed," not why Lando, Norris, or Piastri underperformed, because they did an excellent job to get the most out of the car they were gifted. Sure, a few mistakes by Lando in Austria, for example, where he could have 100% finished in front of Max and taken the race win. Even Piastri, who was usually always there near Lando, was quite far away and should have picked up the pieces for McLaren that race and taken the win. Maybe even Miami, where he made contact with Sainz and found out the points. But I'm really nitpicking here. Piastri for the most part has been sensational, so has Lando. Sure, he's had trouble with his race starts and lap ones, but being able to nitpick is exactly the reason McLaren hasn't lived up to the potential they should have this year. As I said in the beginning, it's the small things that decide championships. Missing out on 7 points by finishing second may not seem like a big deal, but over 9 race weekends of this not being a big deal, all of a sudden you're staring down 63 points of what could have been.